Good morning, welcome to CATEX-TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is a live broadcast from Princeton, New Jersey. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2009. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 4:30 p.m. in London, 12:30 p.m. in Bermuda. In Mexico City, it's 9:30 a.m. If you need to reach us during the broadcast, phone in toll-free at 1-866-67-CATEX. Overseas, our AOL instant mail address is CATEX-TV. In 1969, on this day in history, and this is a seminal date actually, considering the news we'll give you in a second, Hurricane Camille slammed into the Gulf Coast of the United States, killing 248 people. The American actor Robert De Niro is 66 years old today. We have a story that's being reported out of London right now. Towers Perrin, the American reinsurance broker, has appointed Derek Keating as an executive director of its London reinsurance brokerage business. He's going to concentrate on the U.S. reinsurance market. Keating comes from Aon Benfield. He had been on the board of the North American Reinsurance Management Board at Aon Benfield. He had been at Benfield for 14 years. So this is a significant boosting of Towers Perrin's American reinsurance business. All right, now to our main news. Well, it's here. Through all of these weeks of no activity in the Atlantic, we're off and running, it seems. We'll bring up the big board here. We can see them coming across. We can see that map. We see the first hurricane is Hurricane Claudette. You see the low pressure system right there that is now over southern Alabama. That slammed into Fort Walton Beach, Florida last night. Actually, it was earlier this morning. Has 50-mile-per-hour winds. We can bring up the track of Claudette next. There we go. You can see it's heading up into northern Alabama. It's pretty much now been reduced to nothing more than a tropical depression. It's moving at about 12 miles per hour. Dumped about 6 inches of rain in the Panhandle area in southern Alabama. It missed the U.S. energy platforms out in the Gulf. If we go back to that big map again, please, you can see the low off of the southern coast of the Hispaniola, which would be the Dominican Republic. That's Ana. That storm has completely broken up. It's weakened to a tropical depression. The big boy here that everybody's concerned about is off to the right. That's Hurricane Bill, or actually it's Tropical Storm Bill, but probably as of right now it's a hurricane. That one is expected to become at least a Category 3. That's about 1,300 miles east of the Lesser Antilles. It's on a track now heading toward the east coast of the U.S. It could become a major hurricane by the end of the week. You can see the breakout there, the path, according to the U.S. National Hurricane Service, at 2 a.m. Saturday morning. It should be able to be hitting Bermuda. This is really a momentous event because all three of these storms popped up essentially within a 30-hour period: Ana, Bill, and Claudette. And it should be remembered, this is a very interesting statistic actually. The last time the first named storm came this late in the season, just like now, was 1992. Of course, that named storm was Hurricane Andrew, which made landfall in Florida as a ferocious Category 5. So we'll keep our eyes on all of this. It certainly is a signal that the weather currents are off and running. When things happen, they come in spades. There were 2 strong earthquakes off southern Japan this morning. They triggered tsunami warnings and shook buildings in nearby Taiwan. As near as we can tell, they would be the 2 orange squares to the right center of the screen there. The USGS is not breaking these out separately yet. One was a magnitude 6.7 quake. That struck in the southern Ryukyu Islands. There was a 6.4 quake about 12 hours later. They both caused tsunami alerts for a small group of islands in the East China Sea. The alerts were eventually lifted, but they did apparently cause some panic, but there are no reports of any damage or injuries yet. One place where there is some injury and damage is in fact in Russia. The largest hydroelectric plant in Russia witnessed an accident this morning during some repair work. It killed at least 8 workers. 54 workers are missing. A transformer exploded. It caused the flooding of an engine room at the Sayano-Shunshinskaya power station in southern Siberia. The plant's dam, fortunately, was not damaged, so there was no threat to towns further downriver along the Yenisei River. But the accident did cause an oil spill that's created a fairly large slick that's floating south. Some economic news. Japan has now become the latest major economy to take a small step out of the recession. Japan's economy grew at 0.9% in the second quarter. This is compared to the first 3 months of last year. They now join France and Germany in terms of leading nations that are showing some positive growth after a very bad year. It seems quite a turnaround for Japan, where GDP was declining at the quickest pace ever, 13% on an annualized basis in the final 3 months of 2008. Part of the reason is that their largest trading partner, China, is showing signs of a big rebound as their $586 billion stimulus package has kicked in. Japanese exports rebounded 6.3% during the quarter. This is the first gain in more than a year. The U.S. stock market is being pummeled. It's down about 190 points right now. The dollar is way up. There's apparently some big concern about ongoing U.S. consumer demand, which has noticeably slacked off. We'll go to a word from our sponsors and come back with the rest of the news.
Every day, the world wakes up and goes to work, pursuing the unique opportunities that lead the global economy forward. The complexity and close connectivity of today's global marketplace is a true modern miracle that can create unparalleled success. But it takes confidence, passion, innovation, and understanding.
Enabling opportunity.
Protecting capital.
Engineering innovation.
Investing in your future.
Ensuring continuity.
Finding the right balance.
It takes Aon.
The new New York State insurance superintendent has been named by New York Governor David Paterson. He has appointed James Rinn, W-R-Y-N-N. He's going to be replacing Eric Dinello. Rinn currently serves as executive director of the New York State Insurance Fund. He's going to begin working as the superintendent designate this Thursday. He'll take the position on a permanent basis following confirmation from the New York State Senate. Rinn is a founding partner of the law firm McKay, Rinn & Brady. He's litigated cases focused on insurance issues. Prior to that, he spent 10 years as a trial attorney. Dinello, of course, is now the Henry